Hello Waxies, it's Sarah from Sweet Scents from the Dollhouse. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and hang out. If you're a returning Waxie, as always, welcome back. My apologies, things have gone completely haywire here at the Dollhouse. I'm not going to get too far into it because I just don't have all day, but you know, my regular string of bad luck continues. The engine blew on my brand new car, and I'm waiting 72 hours for an adjudicator to come from Toronto to see if they're going to cover the replacement of the engine. Meanwhile, I paid an additional, I think, $4,000 on top of the purchase price of the vehicle to have that extended bumper to bumper warranty. Like, what kind of warranty program is it when there's like too many ifs, you know? Just, you know, if they cover the replacement of the engine. And I'm like, well, what do I do in the meantime? Like, I don't have wheels and I live in the middle of nowhere. Well, if they approve the claim and if they cover the replacement of the engine, they will also put you in a rental car. You're going to have to pay out of pocket for the rental car to begin with until the claim is approved, and then they will reimburse you if the claim is approved. Like, it's just way too many uncertainties, and I'm not going to get into like renting a car and so on and so forth if the claim isn't approved and I'm like out $5,000 for an engine for an otherwise brand new car. Like, it just... Sorry for the rant, but it has been the craziest last 3 days. I just want to smash my face into a brick wall. So stressful. In other news, this strange, bizarre rash that's all over my eyelids and like 80% of my face is starting to clear up. So hopefully I'll be back to making my regular videos the normal way. I know I missed my regular video yesterday. Typically on Wednesdays I do wax wars, but I have been filming a boatload of scent scores, trying to upload those before the end of February. Don't forget that this is transition month. If you want to stock up on fall and winter scents for 10% off, you can visit my Canadian as well as my American website down below. So yeah, if there's any staple favorites like coconut lemongrass, clean breeze, clothesline, what else do we got in there? Black raspberry vanilla, like all the classic stuff. Get those at 10% off while you can. There's a lot of like summer scents in our classic collection. Honeymoon Hideaway, Skinny Dipping, Camu Camu. Like, there's some great summer scents in there too that you're probably going to get in the mood for very soon. So why not buy them this month while they're 10% off? So I will continue to upload as many scent scores before the end of the month. Stay tuned. Tomorrow I have my first impressions as well as my warm review of March's scent of the month. I'm doing several requested videos from my subscribers for new consultants, as well as people have asked me to do like a recommendation or my thoughts about Scentsy consultants starting YouTube channels and what I would recommend. So on and so forth. I've got a lot of really good videos in the queue coming up. So yeah, that was my second Wax Wars that I missed, but I have yet to miss a Throwback Thursday, and I refuse, because last week my subscriber Michael asked me to do a Throwback Thursday on Scentsy's Dulce. I never know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. This was generously gifted to me. They were my subscribers, to my customers, to my great friends Cindy and Marissa from Regina, Saskatchewan. They are fellow Canadians who like to spoil me rotten with friend mail. This was awesome because I've never tried this. So they made me this beautiful friend mail package back in December as like kind of like a Christmas gift. And they included a ton of retired Scentsy scents for my Throwback Thursdays, and I'm so pleased. A lot of the scents you've seen recently in that on Throwback Thursday have been gifts from my friends Cindy and Marissa, which was awesome. Anyhow, enough of that rambling. So I wasn't entirely like a diehard fan of this on cold, because with Vendor Wax, Dulce de Leche is basically like sugar milk. The Scentsy description says a silky, sweet, golden custard of sugary caramel, rich cream, and just a touch of warm vanilla. To me, this is like definitely, I don't know, I'd say like a custard or cream, but primarily caramel. This is really, really, really rich. And again, going back to Vendor Wax, any of the Dulce de Leche blends that I have tried, or they don't even call it Dulce de Leche, they'll just say condensed milk or sugar milk. And it smells like sweet milk with just a teeny, teeny, teeny tad bit of caramel note to it. Not all, but some of them have a touch of caramel. Where this to me is mostly caramel and a tiny bit of custard or cream. Very, very, very rich. So I put 2 cubes in my 25-watt bulb warmer. Same scenario as always, 600 square foot room. 2 cubes lasted 9.5 hours. And for the first 4.5 hours, it was like wall to wall, almost sickeningly sweet on its own. So this isn't something that I would typically warm by itself. But then I got a bright idea. I put this cube in like the open space area, living room, dining room, kitchen kind of concept. I put 1 cube and I mixed it with Scentsy's Saint Nickerdoodle. Oh my word, if you happen to have these two in your Scentsy collection, you have to melt 1 cube to 1 cube. Oh! And for my Scentsy fans who have never tried Vendor Wax or gotten into Vendor Wax, mix 1 cube of each of these, and to me it turned out to be like, what was it that I melted last month? Mandala Melts Apple Caramel Pie. Oh! In love. Absolutely in love, and almost sad that I don't have more of either one of these, but I will finish these two mixing it. It's so rich. And if you watched my, what was it, my recent Wax Wars where I wore Scentsy's Saint Nickerdoodle against Scentsy's Baked Apple Pie, I love this. I think Scentsy should replace Baked Apple Pie, get rid of it, and just put Saint Nickerdoodle in its place, because this is delicious. I'd get those warm apples with this caramel. Oh, it's deadly. I don't necessarily get a pie crust note, but that's okay. These two together blew my mind. I am so happy I have them. But again, on its own, 9.5 hours, 2 cubes, and for the majority of the time, it was like full coverage. After about the 5-hour mark, the throw obviously started to dissipate, but it is super powerful. Like, I probably should have just done scent scores, or sorry, not scent scores. Like, I probably just should have put 1 cube in, but I didn't. I kind of underestimated the strength of that bad boy. Primarily caramel, teeny tiny bit of cream. If you have a chance to get your hands on one of these, I would highly recommend it. It's a little bit rich for my blood, but makes for a phenomenal blending scent. I mean, I think the list would be endless. Like, you could pretty much blend that with just about anything. Any of Scentsy's bakery, their fruity blends, you could put that with tons of stuff. You could cream it out a bit with like vanilla bean buttercream if it's too intense or too thick for you. Throw in some sugar cookie. I even have a couple cubes of Scentsy's Crumb Top left over. Like, there's 100 million things that you could do with either one of those scents. So I am super happy. Thank you to my friend and subscriber Michael for requesting this week's Throwback Thursday, as well as thank you once again to my friends Cindy and Marissa for generously gifting that one to me. So same as always, next week, the first person to comment down below gets to pick between Scentsy's Orange Dreamsicle Scentsy's Stay a While. Sadly, this one didn't stay a while. It was out for one catalog last year, and it will not return this spring and summer. And that one, it's sad. It's not my favorite, but I had tons of customers who love this just because it's a fresh, clean scent without being like laundry. And of course, last but not least, Scentsy's Sweet Plum Pastry. So first one to comment down below gets to choose between these 3 fragrances for next week's Throwback Thursday. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash the bell above for future content notification. Stay tuned. I got tons more videos coming up. Bye for now.